if you just follow your gut, like you'll know what's good.
Yeah.
Um,
Usually when you're making a bad decision, there's something in the back of your head at that moment telling you this could be a bad decision. And like when it goes wrong, sometimes it doesn't go wrong, but sometimes it goes wrong. And like when it goes wrong, you're like, well, I kind of knew that was like could have. I knew the risk I was taking. I knew the line I was walking.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Listening to that voice is really important, and that's like one thing that I've been like trying to like just do more is like, yeah, like trust the instincts, trust the gut, listen to yourself. We all like make mistakes, like even in business where you're like I knew that I saw that coming and I should have said something and I should have done something, and like that applies like across the board to life too, but trusting that instinct.
I will say that there's no worse feeling than when you get the gut feel, you don't go with it, and shit goes wrong, and you're just like,
Yeah.
hindsight's 2020, and you're just like, I don't know. I get the urge to like overanalyze things versus just go with the gut sometimes, and you're just like, damn, just like let it rock.
Yeah, it's wild. It's almost like, yeah, it's like a sixth sense. You just gotta, and the more you trust it, the more you start trusting it, and the more you like develop it almost.
For sure. That's a really good point. That like, maybe there's like I always look for ways to turn like, ideas like that into like actionables, and maybe there's like a way to like start testing that gut feel, if you will, on like smaller scales. You know what I'm saying? And actually just like, like start to build that muscle, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a cool point.
If you're gonna take it a step further, it'd be interesting to like write it down and like write down what your gut feelings were when you went with them and when you didn't, because it's so easy to forget them, and like they just like you just continue living your life and you don't really realize what decisions were made on gut feelings and what weren't. But it'd be nice to like it'd be really interesting to be able to go back and be like, all right, this was like a time when and then I didn't listen to my gut and this was the outcome. Because I
Yeah.
think that would be an incredible little exercise.
That would be a really cool experiment. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you don't like label it. You know what I mean? You don't always label like, oh yeah, like I had a gut feeling and like went with it. Damn, being
Yeah.
able to, that would be
Because
wild.
I think you make like 35,000 decisions a day or something.
Oh
But
my
so
god.
so it'd have to be like like very very like pinpointed and in like relevant things that you're like actually um, making note of, because you'd be like, all right, gut wanted coffee for breakfast, shouldn't have had coffee, gave me diarrhea. Like that's not what I'm talking about, but like those like bigger
More
picture.
slightly more complex decision.
Yeah, slightly more complex decisions for sure.
Just slightly. That's
Should
funny.
not have eaten that street food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a complex one.
The
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.